So how does a reunion show work?
So, I mean, look, I mean, I'm sure they're going to have their best numbers ever, right? Like
Ever, of course.
scandal and drama they could ever hope for, I would think. But basically, this is how it works. So you arrive, and they film you arriving, and then everyone gets put in their own dressing room because they don't want everyone to hang out together. So
Hmm.
put their own dressing room. You get your glam on. Andy comes in, says hi, and then you go out, and you literally sit there. Reunions are so long. I mean, you could be there for hours and 10 hours.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, there's a lunch break. It's crazy. It's so much.
And then you don't know which part ends up in the show because there's that
Yeah,
many hours of shooting.
it's true, but you can't think about it like that. Like I was saying before, in the regular show, for every 30 hours we film, 20 minutes makes it to the air. So if you're sitting there for 10 hours, I mean, it could be a 3-part reunion, which would be 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they'll do one that's a 2-hour. I mean, so they're definitely editing it down. But just like in life, I mean, you can't go into a show like this and think about editing or how it sound. You just have to live your life because you don't know. You don't know how it's
Right.
going to come together, and you don't know
Right.
what's going to be shown and what's not going to be shown. So you just have to honestly be yourself, be authentic, live
And
your
that's
truth,
it. Yeah.
and that's it. And look, there's definitely people out there that play games and manipulate, and they're very, very fucking good at it.
Right.
I'm
Right.
not, I'm not like that, but you
No,
know
I
what?
know. Right. You're just you.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. No, because it's just, I can't imagine, like, that would give me so much, like, I don't know.
Anxiety.
I'd be so nervous. Yeah. Yeah.
So I like the reunion because even though, to your point,
Yeah.
anything could be edited, but now we're sitting in a room, everyone,
Mhm.
and you can speak and you can listen and you can actually have conversations about it. And there's an arbiter there. It's like being in
Right.
arbitration.
Right. Right. Because he's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he will stop what, right. He'll encourage stop. And then the seating chart, is that like a thing too, for
Seating
real?
chart's a big deal. Well, look, seating charts for me are important in life anyway, but
Oh, at the
uh,
parties. Yeah.
for the reunion, 100%, because if so, you have two sides of the couch, right? And if you have two people that have beef, you're not going to
Yeah.
sit them next to each other. You want them
Right.
across from each other. First of all, just physically, you don't want them
Yeah.
near each other.
Yeah.
And second of all, I mean, camera wise, it's better.
Right. Oh, well, you and I know about being on the end. It's never good.
And you never want to be on the end. I've been on the
Nope.
end many
Because of how
times.
you look. It's terrible. Yeah.
Oh,
Anybody.
being on the end is bad, but usually the way they film it, it's all right. But when you're on the end, you got to turn your body.
The whole thing. Once
I've
there's,
been, I've
I
been
know.
on the end a few times, but last
Yeah.
season was the first time I ever sat. That was my 6th season. It was the first time I ever sat next to Andy.
What did it feel like?
Well, if you're sitting next to Andy, you either need help or you're in trouble. So I was like, oh.
But didn't you also feel in a way like you arrived in a sense? Like, because it's cool to be next to Andy.
It is. Well, it's more of a thing when you go and watch what happens live. He says this is not a thing, but we all do, that there's first chair, second chair.
Yeah.
The first chair is sitting next to him and second
Yeah.
chair is the other chair.
Oh my God. That's really funny. So
So
you want to be first chair. You
you want
need
to be
to.
first chair.
You
Although I
need to
have
be
to
first
say,
chair.